You know, sometimes I think that people don't give to sad music the value that it deserves. For example, here in Colombia, most of the people relate sad music with these pseudo rancheras that only talk about love ruptures, cheating, and they relate it directly with alcohol.
Si mi presencia te incomoda para poderlo mirar, me voy.
I don't know if it is worse that there are actually people that think that this music is good, or it is worse that these same people think that this is the only sad music that is worth, or is the only sad music that even exists. I don't want to be misunderstood. I'm not saying that this music is the worst thing on the earth, but I'm only saying that I want the people to be more open to new music and to value as the same way I value it. Okay, I'm saying this because sad music is very important in my life. Maybe weekly I have the urgency to listen at least one song that generate me goosebumps and put me on the edge of crying. I don't know. Apparently, today I will have to discover the reason of this. When you look into the music theory, there are certain parts that can guide us in this aspect, okay? First of all, music is composed by three parts: harmony, melody, and rhythm. I think rhythm is clear and we measure it in different parts. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And above that rhythm, we can play anything, right? The melody is what the singers normally do, and it's a sequence of notes in a certain order. With harmony, it's the main part that guide all the other things and that gives music like the feeling. I think it's better to play it so we can understand it better. For example, here is the C major scale. It's what we can normally sing, like in Spanish, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si. It's that. That's part of the melody, and the harmony. It's, for example, the chords that we can do for that line. For example, this is the C major chord, and we can do, for example, this. Easy, but there's other mode that every musician knows. It's for play sad things, and it's the minor mode. For example, here is the C minor chord, and you can see the difference: major, minor. So I will improvise something in minor scale. It's so interesting that only with a harmony we can feel something, that a simple chord can transmit sorrowness, sadness, happiness, whatever. And for example, if you see the music of Erik Satie, of Chopin, you can feel a lot of things only through a piano or an orchestra. And other example, I don't know, Joy Division, The Smiths, that were post-punk bands. It's a similar feeling, but with a totally different vision. We can feel a lot of things through music, through instruments, through voices, but I think specifically in sad music, the voice don't transmit through lyrics mainly. It's through the tone, the melody. It's like some sounds can say something to us, can speak to us without words, without a grammar. It's like if music is a language. Now it's time to talk about statistics. Okay, no. But if you analyze the Billboard lists or the four principles here in Latin America or in Colombia, the top songs are of course the happy ones. You know, the songs that talk about party, the good life, or about sets, yeah. But it's frightening that it's almost all the music that appearing on these lists. Meanwhile, in the first world, on these lists, there are sad songs, you know? Of course, they are not the principal ones, but there are sad songs. And according to some sources, in these countries, there are more people that listen regularly to these songs. On the other hand, here the percentage of people that listen to sad music is low, and this could be frightening. As I said before, music is a language, you know, and it transmits different emotions and feelings that words or images can't, you know. But as I see it, the most important is empathy. Although, as I said before with these statistics, why here in Latin America we don't listen to sad music according to normal feelings that we must have according to our situation? Well, it is a dichotomy that I have in myself and I haven't solved. Art is a consequence. It is not a cause. If you analyze the history, the artistic expressions are always consequences of the social issues or problems. And it's so interesting that, well, it looks like here in Latin America, the happy music is like an escape of this reality. We use music to chill out, to relax, to accompany different situations. We listen to music to forget about the world. Is our situation that bad? Probably, because, well, if we see, for example, the Scandinavian countries, the first world, the best opportunities to live, to have a good job, those countries have a big problem with depression. It's weird. Although here in Colombia, it's so contradictory, but according to some sources, we are the happiest population in the world. It doesn't make a sense. As I previously mentioned, the most important feeling that music transmits is empathy. It's always a good news to know that there are another person that feels the same sorrowness or sadness that you can feel. But sometimes you're not feeling that, but listening to sad music, you discover that part in your soul maybe, and make you to put on the shoes of another person or other people. To conclude this personal reflection, I think it is important to talk about life. This beautiful trip is full of experiences and opportunities that we have to live, to hear the bark of a dog, to hear the birds, to feel the sun in your skin, and to feel sadness and pain. All of that are parts, and very important parts, for living. I think we have to experience all of that to really feel that we took advantage of life. As a comedian said,
The world is like a ride at an amusement park, and when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride. And we kill those people.